I was thinking the other day, if I were to build a starting lineup just based off of Islanders prospects, who would be where and why? So here's my lineup based off of what we know on the prospect pool today. Hit that subscribe button, do not miss a video. I tried to get to 580, got there, trying to bump it up to 585, almost there, so let's keep it up. Also, go to Twitter, follow at TLOMitch, that's me. Don't miss any breaking information about Islanders prospects I've yet to cover on the channel. Today's video, I'm building a starting lineup based off of just the prospect pool. And now, first things first, I'm not building this to strictly be an NHL lineup. I'm not saying this is going to be an insane NHL lineup when they all get there. I'm just picking the best possible prospects from each position to build a starting lineup. And so by that, all I mean is a first line, so center, left wing, right wing, a D pair, left D, right D, and a goalie. That's all I'm picking today, and I'm trying to build the best one possible. So here's what I've got position by position. First position, center. It's arguably the most important position outside of the goalie, and that's Aatu Räty. It's Aatu Räty, there's no question about it. If you thought it was going to be anyone else, stop right now and go look at what Aatu Räty is doing in Finland. It's insane. He is the #1 center prospect in the Islanders depth chart, or the Islanders prospect pool, I should say. And he's really their #1 prospect. A second round pick that should have gone in the first round fell into the Islanders' lap because people were scared of he's not having a good time this year. Because he wasn't. He wasn't having a good time. God. But either way, things are much better now. The confidence is booming. He's playing super well. Things are looking up. He's the #1 prospect, and he's definitely the #1 center. And if I'm building a starting lineup, I want someone like him who's got hand skills, who can make plays, who can be physical, who can win draws. He's perfect for the position. There's no questions about it. On left wing, I'm going with Kiefer Bellows. And you might disagree with that pick right away, and I don't disagree if you do. I don't disagree with you if you do. The disagreement might be he's not really a prospect anymore. And I kind of get that, right? But if you are still of the mind that he is a prospect, that's the guy to put there. He's borderline NHL as it is. He's a really good AHLer. That's the kind of guy you want there. He shoots, he's strong, he can hit, he can play up and down the ice. He may not be great defensively, but it's a winger. You don't expect that all the time. So that's who I've got there on the left wing. If you are of the mind that Kiefer Bellows isn't the guy for that because I don't see him as a prospect, that's fine. Let's give you another player instead, and that's Alex Jeffries. He's a smart player. He's speedy as all hell. He can make really intelligent plays. He can play offensively and defensively, penalty kill, power play, you name it, he can play it. I think his combination of speed and intelligence pairs well with Aatu Räty down the middle. And on the right, I'm going with William Dufault. There's no question there. There really isn't. You might say Simon Holmstrom just because he's a first-round pick, but I really like what William Dufault is doing. And right now, when it comes to NHLE, William Dufault is having a better time than Simon Holmstrom. Now, that doesn't mean I project William Dufault to be a better player than Simon Holmstrom, or I project William Dufault to have a higher ceiling than Simon Holmstrom. What I mean is when it comes to the prospect pool right now, he's putting up a higher performance. And I also like what he adds to that line, right? We've already got intelligence down the middle. We've got intelligence and playmaking on the left, also down the middle. We need someone who can finish, and that's William Dufault. William Dufault can finish. You put him on a line with some players like Aatu Räty and Alex Jeffries, and he will finish. He's not the fastest skater. He's kind of working on it, but he's serviceable in that role. His skating will do fine there. On defense, if I'm going left to right, you can already guess the left-handed defenseman. It's Robin Salo. There is no question that Robin Salo is the best left-handed or even defensive prospect in the system. And I'd probably rank him #2 just off of eye test and not looking at NHLE in the entire system. He is one of the better prospects in the system. He's not having the greatest go, let's say, at the NHL level, and that's no disservice to or discredit to him. He's a fine NHL player, and he will be a better NHL player than we're seeing now. He's just going through the motions in a Barry Trotz system, so don't expect the world just yet. But when it comes to building this starting lineup, you got to have a guy from the back end who can move the puck and quarterback a power play. That is Robin Salo. There is no question of it. On the right side, to pair that puck-moving and more offensive-minded game, I've got Grant Hutton. Perfect 1-2 pair there, right? You got the offense from Robin Salo, and then you get the more structural and defensive-minded and more physical play of a Grant Hutton. Like, think of it as a Nick Leddy, Johnny Boychuk kind of pair. That's what you're getting with Robin Salo and Grant Hutton. Absolutely, there's no question that's what it would be. Final one, the goalie. It's Jakob Skarek. It's Jakob Skarek, and there's no one else. Tristan Lennox looks like an interesting prospect, for sure. Henrik Tikkanen, I'm not too sure about that, but we'll see what happens. It is Jakob Skarek. It's not even close. What he's doing at the AHL level, at least recently, is really, really good. He hasn't played in a couple of days. We're not really sure what the heck's going on there, but he's out right now, it seems. But when he gets back, he's the starter for the Bridgeport Islanders, and he's done very well with that role. That's my starting lineup, just considering Islanders prospects. What is yours? Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you.